My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Monster Train. Okay, we only have one card left in Hellhorn to get, and there's only one card I think I can get out of the remaining clanless cards. Apparently some of them are tied to events that are or rather not currently available in the build that I am playing. So I know that I still need to get the rail driver thing. Ooh, temper the strength of your unit. Start with an important work and 2 Pyre Chompers, baby. Conserve energy between turns. That's huge because the important work and the Pyre Chomper are going to use way too much energy on a lot of turns. Thank you. Now I need like an X-Cost card or something like very expensive that'll give us a bunch of value, like, you know, One Horn's Tome, something like that. Looking at these. What is it? Temper the strength of our units. Yeah, we'll take Hornbreaker over Hornbreaker though. Hornbreaker is just better suited to this than Hornbreaker is, you know. Unit banner, I'm just happy to take damage in order to get it, frankly. Okay. So what do I set up and where? So if I set up all of the minions on the bottom floor, I can actually kill the Disciple and then leave just the Disciple Foot Soldier. Then 2 Train Stewards on the top floor will actually take care of that. Sounds good to me. Well, Sting's good enough, at least. I'll torch the back liner. We'll have a torch later, ideally. Play the important work? Probably not. I don't need the energy from it, and 1 extra damage is still a little more useful to me. Okay. So, 2 Train Stewards on the top floor. Sting. So if I sting you again next turn. So I'm looking for 2 torches on the back line. Fine. I'm also going to need a heal this turn, really. Okay, there, we got the sting. So double torch. Pyre Chomper saps the hit. Sting the front line. We actually get that down. Oof. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage here. Alright. Hopefully I get to kill the backliner here. Nope. See, the thing is, I was worried about taking the multi-striker, and then if I had the oh my god, that's so much damage. If I had the multi-striker, I was in a position where if I played it in the first round, it would lose a lot of its rage before the time that it actually had the champion to attack. And then if I played it at the very end, like, I might not have it in hand at the time that the boss comes into the field. Ritual of Battle, temper the strength of your units. Yeah, fine. Decent early pickup. Definitely take Pyre Shots here. Animus' speed. Yep. Literally, between Animus' speed, the Ritual, and then a frontliner being our Hornbreaker Prince with the Pyre Shards on, we are pretty much completely fine at this point. So now what I want to do is, because I know in general what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for the Consumer of Crowns, which is a rare Hellhorned minion. I think you can only get it from spaces like this as well, Hellhorn banners, which is why I think it's so rare, as well as unit banners occasionally as well. And also the pile driver thing. So I'm just going to be going to kind of every Hellhorn banner I can go to and every concealed cavern that I can go to. Give holdover to a spell. Holdover to important work is interesting, but I think it's holdover to Ritual of Battle. And then cost reduce it afterwards, or just get a bunch of energy and then, you know, just play it without problems, you know? Definitely don't need any of these. The biggest thing... Oh, you... Dang it. I was about to say, the biggest thing that's a problem for us at the moment is spikes. Literally, I was just starting that sentence. Dang you to heck. That's our basic setup, though. You can see how this might be useful, right? I just let all the enemies attack me, they die to the spikes, I get the slay trigger, I get armor back, and then my backliner, eventually with a bunch of rage on it, strikes back for a ridiculous amount of damage, you know? How it goes. Okay. Fire chopper, sacrifice. I mean, like, I've already got lethal. I don't need to be doing any of this. Great. Not needed. Also not needed. Invigorating. Wildwood Custodian? Yeah, I'll throw a Wildwood Custodian on the top floor. Okay, so either of these sides is equally fine for me. I'll go this way because it's got an artifact, whereas this way I only really want to upgrade the damage and health on the Animus' speed. Cost reduction, exactly what I was looking for. Let's go for the Concealed Caverns first, though. Please, Hef. No! Interesting, though. This is very early to get Petty Theft, so I'm going to take it. I'm probably going to cost reduce Petty Theft as well here. It'd be interesting to give it a holdover, but I just don't have the ability. I'd like to give it a holdover later, though. Summon abilities trigger an additional time, so that's a bunch of extra energy out of the Pyre Chompers. Is that worth it? Yeah, 25% damage, 25% chance, rather, to do a 5 damage hit to an enemy whenever they enter the train is actually a problem for us. It'll remove a lot of the chumps that we want to hit with our Petty Theft, but it'll also remove a lot of the chumps that we want to kill with our spikes on our Hellhound. Set up on the top floor. For a couple of different reasons here. The main one being that I want to make sure that all of these enemies no longer have a Divine Shield when they get to the top line. Huh? I am certain I played that on this floor. Okay. It's fine. We'll play that there. Still haven't even got my spikes. Still! Oh, rough. Cool. I'm totally fine with sacrificing, like, the entire bottom floors, because I have my Ritual of Battle, like, cycle coming out now. So I'm pretty dang safe. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So what minion upgrades do I want on my backliner there? Because I do like the idea of leaving the Wildwood Custodian between them. Okay, hang on. That's torch. Petty. Yeah, I do like the idea of leaving the Wildwood Custodian between the Hornbreaker Prince and the Animus' speed up here. So I don't think I can go for Large Stone or, like, Behemoth Major Reflection. I don't know. Like, Multi-Strike is good, Quick is not, Endless is not. Yeah, I don't really want to go to a minion shop. This is just confirming that for me, frankly. We'll have the next level of the Hornbreaker Prince soon. This one, ooh, to an enemy unit. Okay, so yeah, petty thefts can't be used here. Nice. I don't need the energy per turn, definitely. It's just draw, right? Yeah, it's draw. Pretty obviously draw, in fact. Wildwood Tome, actually having our backliner here be quick is a bad thing because it'll remove the ability for the Hornbreaker Prince to build up as much armor as it's going to need in order to defend the Animus of Speed against the boss afterwards. So we'll take none of these. Yeah, don't need any of this. I think it's only going to be in the, like, lower covenants that we're going to be in the position that we can do what we're currently doing, which is, like, I have one unit, I have my champion, and now I just build other things that build around those two. Because, like, we're only in covenant level 1, and there's 25, which is where it's really going to start becoming a problem. Let's look at the Hellhorn unit. Come on, Consumer of Crowns. There you are! Hell yeah! Okay! 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 We can actually play that Consumer of Crowns. Like, it's not difficult for us to play. We can probably even just put the Wildwood Custodian behind it. What I'm saying here is it's time to Large Stone the Animus of Speed. Probably don't need to Power Stone the Animus of Speed. Having a Restore in the deck seems like a good idea because of the Consumer of Crowns. Let's remove 2 cards there and bounce. Okay, literally all I need is like a Hef event past this point and we're done. That's it. 85? You got 85? Yeah, I should be fine against an 85. We can get the Consumer of Crowns out quite early. Sorry, just had to blow my nose there for a second. Okay, so if they're going to start with armor 10, yeah, we're not going to have the ability to, dang it, petty theft them at all. On the bottom floor, at least. And they're teleporting up as well. Consumer Crowns, did you have to be in the opening hand? This is awful. Right, let's go Animus of Speed. Sting down here. 15, 15, 13. This has 30. Okay, hang on. This has 35. So that's still 3 hits from you no matter what. I guess I petty theft the frontliner. Okay. These stats on the enemies are not good for us at all. Also, if Hornbreaker can't get any kills, this is actually going to become a big problem. Still double torch the backliner there, getting that at least. So we kill all of the enemies, but the Hornbreaker is, having some difficulties. Okay, I have to put a... Don't have space to put a Pyre Jumper in front of you now. Well. That's certainly... Oof. Let's go Train Steward, throw down a Pyre Chomper. Do I want the Pyre Chomper to sap up damage? No, I want to be able to sacrifice it later. Okay. This is going to be a struggle against the boss at the end of the game. I foresee that being a problem for us. So let's think about it. I need to put the Consumer of Crowns down in this cycle if I have any chance against the boss. And if I'm putting the Consumer of Crowns down in this cycle, I am going to need to put it here. But if I put it here, because the teleports... Yeah, there's the Clipped Conduits in this fight. So the boss will teleport and haste straight past floor 2. Because the Clipped Conduit has 10 armor, I'm not going to be able to kill it with spells. So I need to set up on floor 1, which means I need to let them kill like they're currently doing. And then on this top floor later, I'm going to need to get a train steward down. So ultimately, free up space on the bottom floor here by torching you. So now I lose both of my minions. Ritual battle heal. Oh, maybe I throw the Pyre Chomper on the top floor, yeah. Ooh, I can't important work right now because if I draw exactly the consumer, I just lose, right? Yeah, I can't do that. This is kind of unexpectedly difficult for this this build to take. Right, there we go. Consumer crowns on the bottom floor. Am I losing my top liner already? No, I'm literally exactly 1 off of losing my top liner right now. That is terrifying. Why did I throw? I didn't need to throw all of those. I could have kept the energy. I mean, the energy does nothing for me, but I could have done it. Okay, 300 damage on the porcupine right there. Neat. Train steward in front of you. Heal you. Sweet. Okay, literally, like, super close to death here. Extremely, basically the closest you can be without being already inside of the grave. Ugh. Note to self, Consumer of Crowns needs a floor to be played on. Inferno? I mean, sometimes we won't even need Consumer of Crowns. Like, Consumer of Crowns will be on one floor, Hornbreaker, Animus another, and then an Inferno that I just get to play to free out a line. I think I kind of need something like that. Engraft? I don't really need any. Engraft is good, at least to cost reduce. Or if I get Sap Tap later on. I have to go over this way for the Concealed Cavern. I am obliged to. I would prefer this way a lot, but we need the Hef event. No, that's not it. But it does give me a Steel Pulley Claw to just kind of invalidate a unit. Send him to the pyre and get him killed there. Could help us with our unfortunately slow setups occasionally. No. Yeah, it was always going to be upgrade for more armor there. Alright. The Sycophants of Seraph. Seraph has recruited men to his cause, both winged and clipped. Winged and clipped. The followers have grouped to inundate you with sheer numbers. They start on every floor at the start. That's okay, actually. If we don't have spikes at the very start, as long as we still get our opening unit being the... Oh god, we could get the Consumer of Crowns in our opening hand rather than the Animus of Speed, right? Never mind, it didn't happen, but still. Uh-oh. Get a decent amount of armor back and then clip all the rest of them. Beautiful. This is where it becomes a problem, because now I'm sending him up with actual decent attack values. As soon as I have my thorns out, though, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't matter at all again. Even throw that on you. I'm gonna throw the train steward on the bottom line here, literally as a sacrifice. Gotta love how often the collector actually turns out to be just a slay trigger. Okay. Petty theft definitely needs to be used. It's essential. It's petty theft on this line, I think. Yeah. End up losing all of those, but that's okay. Pyre Chomper. And that actually gets me to keep the Wildwood Custodian, so I can drop the Consumer of Crowns on the bottom floor. And then we're safe. Yeah, nothing else needs to be done that turn. I love how well this works as well, the spikes on the Hornbreaker Prince with armor. And especially considering there are like, you know, 5, 4, I think, cards in the common and uncommon set for the Awoken that give you spikes. Oftentimes at the start, when you're playing as Hellhaunt as your main clan, you have a spike card as well. And then you can just pick the Hornbreaker with armor. Super neat. Extremely useful. Very consistent. Okay. So Bullyclaw doesn't actually help us here at all. Nope. I'd love to see my armor increase every time I get hit. Let's focus on it next time. Gotta kill one of them. Okay. 63, 69, 74, 77. That's just taking damage every time. That's how damage works. Whoa, another petty theft. Lovely. How am I losing on this bottom floor? They all attack and then I... right, yeah. I need to remove that. I'm still losing. You know what? Screw you. Get infernoed. I'm only really comfortable doing that because the top floor has so much defense at this point that it's not a problem. If I played that on you, you would actually go into the pyre room if I recall correctly. It's if they're a flying boss on the outside and you still Bullyclaw them before the ascension phase, they'll only go up to the 3rd floor, and that can be super useful for builds like this. That'll do. What would the Scholar get back for us? Steel Bullyclaw or the Pyre Shards? Yeah, I'm fine without either of those, thank you. And I definitely don't need any of these. It would allow me to put my Consumer of Crowns behind my Animus of Speed and my Hornbreaker, but honestly, that doesn't seem like a great idea. Banking up on a lot of money. Okay, well, I guess this time I go for Forge Your Spells to gain new powers and an artifact. What card would I dupe if I was duping a card here? Probably Petty Theft, but it's pretty late. No, it'd probably be the Ritual of Battle. And then remove 2 other cards. What am I going to do with the spells? Give Holdover, hopefully, to Petty Theft. Cost reduction to Engraft. I actually might have better things I can do over on this side. I think both of these sting. Like, not just the stings. Let's go for the torches first, but I think the stings are garbage in this deck as well. Torches can actually be a little more useful because they can set up for a Petty Theft. Whereas the stings oftentimes can't hit the backliner, they hit the frontliner, which makes it harder to use them to set up for the same thing. Okay. This isn't the Scourge. Yeah, this isn't the Scourge fight. So we could set up on the top floor. And honestly, setting up on the top floor is not a bad idea here, because then the Fel can get ascended back to the top floor to fight us personally. Let's throw out Fire Chomper and throw away a Train Steward. On the bottom floor. I love the kind of like Pyre Chomper, 2 Pyre Chompers with Ashes the Fallen in the deck. That's all my energy. I'm fine. I mean, obviously in the Unbroken Horn, keeping it over the turns. Thank you for the thefts. Beautiful. That'll have to do. Spiky boy. Unfortunately, they have way too much armor for me at the moment. Thankfully, we still do get to clear up. Okay. Do I pop the consumer of crowns down now? I will, but it will lose me one of the rituals of battle, unfortunately, here. If only I had an imp still alive to sacrifice there. Or if I'd drawn the other imp sooner. Ah, well. It'll be okay next cycle anyway. This is exactly what I was saving the Inferno for. Do I play it? Yeah. Well, now I have none of my ritual of battles being held over yet. That's... You know, engraft on someone who actually needs the heal, despite the fact that it's not really useful. Here we are. Oh no, this is... Okay, thank. It's not brief respite. Great. Unfortunately, the Quill Marksman in backliner here is a little annoying. Yeah, without torches, I can't set it down. Dang it. Now it's going to be the start of the final phase, right? No, you went up. Good. Give me the steel pulley claw game, please. I have one way to draw it right now. Didn't get it. Dang. So I'm pretty sure now I don't really have the ability to use it in this fight. But we'll have a later fight where we can actually demonstrate what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I can't ascend you to the top right now because otherwise then I will just lose. Should just be able to end the next turn as well. That's a lot of damage that Fel picked up there as well, by the way. Yeah, that could have ended up being a problem. Wasn't too far from it. I'm gonna go additional card. If I see another Pyre Chomper, I'll take it though. One Horn's Tome, huge. So is the Spike of the Hellhorns? Yeah, Spike of the Hellhorn is also huge. It's a great way to expend all of my extra energy. The thing is, I already expend all of my extra energy right now playing the Consumer of Crowns and the double Ritual of Battle every single turn, so I'll take the One Horn's Tome instead. Events, double removal, and a Merchant of Trinkets sounds great to me. Rage adds an additional damage per stack as well as friendly units gain +2 damage on kill. Great to see each of you. What's in the concealed cabin? Come on, F, please. No. I'll give you money though. I have so much money right now. Regen is 1 extra per stack. Thanks, game. I really appreciate it. That's gonna be completely useless for me. Get the Torch and the Sting out of the deck actually now. Let's go Resonant Shard, Consume Crown. Next area is the last area. Yeah, and there's no event in the next area, so I'll probably end up just going for artifacts again. Which means I can probably afford to remove 2 more things here. Let's get those restores out of there. I mean, an additional damage per stack, as long as we're set up on the top floor, we should be fine, right? Give spell shield to my enemies, that's okay, because these enemies are not going to be enemies that I can target effectively, at least, with my petty theft. Apply Ember Drain 1 to the unit. at the start of my turn. That's fine. Fire Chomper won't even live through this turn. Great. I mean, getting everything set up on turn 1 is, yeah, pretty good. I can't still Pulley Claw you to the top because then I actually lose. Right, you actually hit the pyre, I mean. Which is kind of losing. I want the Pyre Chomper on the same turn as I have the important work, but I'm starting to feel like that's not going to happen. I'm just going to play the Pyre Chomper. I don't need the gold as much as I need the steel for a later turn. Okay. Extra strike. Double buff. Throw both these units away. This looks good enough to me. We're going to be Ember Drained every turn, which is a problem, but honestly, it looks like we'll have our setup so well set up, for lack of better words there, that won't really matter too much to us. I'm gonna Petty Theft this backliner because I might be able to Petty Theft them 2 more times to get the kill. Over the course of 2 more turns, that is, of course. Okay, 1 Ember Drain triggered, fine. There's another Petty Theft. It's looking more and more realistic. So what, I'm gonna have 1 energy this turn. Ouch. Thankfully, that's all I need. Well, actually, I don't even need that. Oh, good thing I didn't even need that because I only had 0 energy. Beautiful. Yikes. Well, here's hoping that, that the Ember Drain hasn't ended up killing me there. Another heal, fine. Yeah, so I'm dealing no damage with the Consumer Crown Sea right now. I only get to take 2 hits on the top floor. This is actually starting to feel worse. This is starting to feel like a problem. Okay. Well, I'll say this much. We will still live. It'll hurt like heck, but we still live. That sucked. 50% chance to remove all buffs effects on an enemy whenever entered the train. Well, we're gonna need to think about that for the next fight. Because it would suck to have all of these things and then lose. I'll take the 20 pyre health just in case. Especially because I actually want this side more. Friendly units enter with armor 10. Neat. I'll take the guild marker, take that. Swap the front and back, sure. Move a card from the deck, yeah, definitely. Go for it. Can that restore out of there? Alright. Remove 2 more cards, 2 more train stewards. Maybe. Yeah, They chunk up the first cycle, and I don't really like having them at all. We need the extra Slaver armor. Literally, it's just we need more armor so that we can stand up to the final boss with our Hornbreaker, though. Hello, 140. It's happenstance that I see you again. I can't say it's good to see you again. Yeah. There's the first petty theft. Maybe we get another one. Steel Pulley Claw would pull the Seraph the top right now, but it wouldn't actually be super useful. Thank you for the sap. Alright. I'll wait until the next cycle before I have the next important sacrifice on a Pyre Chomper, because I need a bunch more energy here. So Pyre Chomper goes in the back line to keep it safe. Then Ritual of Battle. And you're the one that I'm constantly buffing, so I do want to give you multi-strike, right? Because the thorns on the front line are going to be enough against all these light wings. Yep. Even what's on board is still enough on top to get the kill for us, thankfully. Petty theft to you. Does mean less health on my character, but it's money, which I can use after this to buy. No, I can't use it to buy anything. I did momentarily forget that, actually. Just ended up trying to play it up instead. Sting, just to try and keep the Consumer Crowns around for a little longer. You know what? I'll Inferno that bottom floor. It's 100 damage to the boss as well. More good rituals there. Drop another Inferno down. Is it time to Steel Pulley Claw? It's like 400 damage on a Steel Pulley Claw right now. That's fine. Maybe now? Ooh. Definitely throw the big Inferno. Yeah, you know what? Come to the top floor. What up? Take 535 damage. Now, unfortunately, I can't reascend them, but what I can do is just Inferno everywhere they go every turn until they die. And honestly, that's looking like a good option. Goodbye. Inferno is ridiculously powerful. I think I need to be taking it more commonly than I currently am, even in builds that it doesn't necessarily look acceptable. Because as long as I have one free floor, oh, it's one of the best cards. Nice. And there's our golden frame around our Consumer of Crowns. Finally. So the final thing that I actually need here is just the Hef event so that I can get the rail spike driver. Whoa, sorry about that. I accidentally punched the microphone. Trying to readjust my seating position here. Yeah, because I'm looking to try and get the spike driver. It's not spike driver colony, it's the other one. Rail driver, I guess. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.